We've got NBA basketball. Basketball in store for you here in Houston, Texas. The home of the Rockets, live on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. It's a one-game reprieve at home for the Rockets, here with their Houston fans, then back on the road. And here's Wall outside. Sinks the triple. Clark, the focus tonight has to be on the front court matchup. It figures to be a battle of big men down low.
Well, you know, Kevin, no question about it. These are two very talented teams in the post. I mean, each used to owning the advantage in the paint, and I'm very interested to see the chess match inside tonight.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers a few minutes ago. He told me they have to lean on their post game tonight. He wants them to get the ball into the block each time down the floor and pound those guys inside. Sounds like this could be a real physical battle, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Smith. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
Oh, love the determination Smith showed there, refusing to let the contact alter his shot.
Outside, Wall. Richardson outside. 6 to shoot. Releases from 15. Harden grabs the miss. And it's Harden with the ball for the 76ers. GA, the Houston Rockets, coming off back-to-back losing seasons. And that has been tough for that franchise and for the city.
And, Kevin, no doubt it affects the team's morale. It's hard to find the positives and see the road ahead. But, listen, you've got to stay strong and focus on just getting better every day.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And the foul on Harden. That's his first foul.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
Yeah, you know, that was out of his reach anyway, so I don't even know why he made that effort. No need to commit the foul there.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And the 76ers decide to take their first timeout here. The 76ers off to a slow start. It's a 5-point game. Harden draws the double. And the call will be against Jabari Smith. That is his first foul of the game. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Back to Harden. Fires the three. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Learning to play off the ball with the guys like Westbrook and CP3 and Kyrie. Harden sinking the jumper.
Now here's Wall. He's got 6. Smith. The rebound by Harden.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses. Boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Dives for it. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for Houston. And Smith with the stuff.
And smooth in everything he does. Nice dribble move there by Smith.
Harden. It's rebounded by Houston. Pass to Smith. Here's Richardson. From past the arc. No good on that one.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Boy, the slam from the beard. Elevating a little bit. James can go from 0 to 100 pretty quick for a guy of his size.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage. It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Now Harden following the three-point attempt by John Wall.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me.
Treated the rim like it stole something from him.
And guys, James Harden continues to be one of the most dominant offensive forces.
Kevin, I don't think there's any question about it. No matter what city is on the front of his jersey, as long as Harden is on the back of it, you can expect the ball to go through the twine and for him to drop dimes, too. He's clearly one of the best scorers of this generation by far.
There's Wall after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Missed inside.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
A shot by Harden, wide open. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Smith for 3. Draymond Green pulls it in. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Rockets trailed by 3. Left side, Wall. Fires for 3. Pass to Şengün. Kicks it out to Richardson. Kept wide by Houston. Now here is Smith. In the corner, it's Richardson. 5 to shoot. Here's Wall. Oh, what a dunk!
Well, it takes elevation to finish like Wall here, and that's not a dunk that just anybody can pull off. You got to have some special ability to do that.
And it's Harden slamming it down.
And Harden, an absolute vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim, but the epic throwdown. An absolute bully in the lane. Nothing the smaller defender could do there.
The drive by Green. They get it back.
Well, you've got to stay down on the shot fake. I mean, once Harris has you fooled, then you're done.
The 76ers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. A nice shot by McDaniels.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
It's good from long range.
Green stopping on a dime and putting up his shot. Boy, that was impressive how suddenly he did that.
And Harris wide open. He shoots Tried to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. The drive by Smith. And Smith with the stuff.
Nice job hitting him right in stride. Excellent play.
John Wall getting it done for Houston. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. And we'll be back with you shortly.
23.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, thank you very much. The Rockets are in a full rebuild, and they have a young roster which is taking its lumps. But Coach Stephen Silas says, we very rarely give up. This team has a lot of fight, character, and grit, and we are learning. Kevin, it's a long process, but it's worth doing.
Yep, no shortcuts, David, but the journey is the reward. They're building from the ground up. It's fun to watch. And we thank you for that story. And Green slams it in.
Green doing work inside. Feels like he can score on just about anybody.
In the corner, it's Harris. Melton, no good. And so Green will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Well, certainly, Clark, the 76ers, the past few seasons, have given their fans plenty to feel good about.
Yeah, and you know, those Philly fans are really hard to please. They have great expectations and knowledge to go along with it. But you're right. I mean, it's been much easier to look on the bright side in Philly recently. The talent and results have been trending up in recent years.
Martin from outside. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. To the middle. There's Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Harrell's not afraid to throw it down. As a matter of fact, he's got such strength in his hands and upper body that that's what he's looking to do every time. Punch it home.
Inside. Kogi inside the three-point line. Some nice passing there by Houston. Back to Green. Pass to Martin. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Martin's got it all tied up now for the Rockets. Melton with the ball. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And DeAnthony Melton picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
On the floor, the 76ers.
Outside, Green. Has to Gobert. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Substitution on the court.
And so here is Philadelphia. Harden scanning the floor. And here is McDaniel. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Boy, what a find. Harden's passing skill, incredible. James did win an assist title, you know.
Green draws the double. For 3, Kogi. Rebound by the 76ers. Here's McDaniels. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
In decades past, teams that led the league in threes, if they shot that same rate now, would rank break dead last in the NBA. So with that thought, which teams of yesteryear probably should have shot more threes?
And that's a good one. Kevin, I think you got to look back to the Run TMC Warriors, right? How about the Larry Bird Celtics? And they could knock down the triple. I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Here's Harden. That shot is off. And Houston the other way. To the paint. It's tipped. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. And Green slams it in.
Terrific job by Green, utilizing that world-class speed to get out ahead of everybody else.
And the Rockets making a change here.
Team foul. For your Rockets.
Here's Maxey. Here's McDaniels. Off target from outside.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over. And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
And, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the 76ers?
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And in addition, the three-point shooting has been dialed in tonight. They seem poised for a big game from deep.
Boy, I love watching Harden pat the rock. Has an unlimited number of moves to choose from. Endless.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Smith on the wing. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
And Philadelphia calls time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Well, that's what James Harden does. He scores the basketball as well as anybody, doing what he does best.
Pass to Okogie. It's Martin on the wing. Connects from three-point range. Martin's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening. And as good as Draymond Green has been on the floor, this guy will be an all-time broadcaster, already a popular podcast. Great TV studio appearances as well.
Here's Harden. The Rockets making the shot. Right side, Green. 76ers moving the ball around. And Green slams it in.
You know, a feed like this shows you how well-rounded Joel Embiid's game is becoming and what a good teammate he is. He's not just looking for his own.
Nice shot by Smith.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Let's make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here.
An effective playmaker and a more efficient scorer, Harden continues to be a highly productive player. That's his second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. Throw good, James Harden.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
The 76ers leading by 6. A baseline J. Good as the jump shot falls. Harden's got 12 now in this quarter.
You know, it's hard to believe it, but a mid-range J from Harden, normally all we see is threes and attacks on the rim from him.
And Green gets it to go.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
And having Gobert gives them such a daunting presence on D. He can affect every shot in his area.
The 76ers.
And so it's Philadelphia with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back to the action in just a minute. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. The 76ers lead.
During the last decade, the 2010s, Houston had loads of success. The fourth most wins in the league during that time. Unfortunately, they never got to the final.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
For the Rockets during the 2010s, Clark, all winning seasons.
Yeah, and you know, the biggest reason that Houston didn't reach the finals in my mind was the West was loaded. The Spurs were always a contender. OKC had a nice run. And, of course, during that time, the Warriors became dynastic.
Pass to Smith. Outside, Wall. Back to Smith. Clock at 6. Green with the rebound. The 76ers leading by 9. Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Well, that might be fair, but I wouldn't want to take away from what he did in that last game. I mean, let's just say it's a pretty nice run he's on, no matter how you decide to frame it up.
Yeah, not a perfectly set screen there, but got him just enough room to get that shot off.
Well, there's no denying it. When Wall is healthy, he is still a major threat in this league. I mean, he's lightning quick as a point guard, and he has tremendous defensive instincts.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
To the wing right side. Here's Şengün. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Pass to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Embiid, what a show of force right there, going hard at the rim for the dunk.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Rockets trailed by 11. From deep, Wall. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Wall's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, this is something Wall continues to work on. Guards like him have to be able to knock down threes consistently to keep the defense honest.
Here's Melton. Here's Embiid. Şengün with the rebound.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
When Joel Embiid entered the NBA, many questioned if he would be able to overcome the devastating injuries.
Well, you know, he didn't play his first 2 years in the league. Those questions were fair to ask. I mean, is this guy ever going to get on the court? But once he did, oh my, a monster. I've not seen a big guy do the stuff Joel Embiid can do. It's actually insane.
Now here's Wall. After the miss from Joel Embiid. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Embiid.
John Wall goes right into the contact, seeking it out to create an and-one opportunity. That's real grit on display there.
Now, here's Maxey. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Embiid. Makes it off the glass.
Powerful move by Embiid right there. He makes beating the defense look easy.
Wall attacking. That one a little long.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now, Jalen Green is on a mission. He says, every time I step on the floor, I always have something to prove to who's ever in those stands. A lot of people will hate on me or have their opinions. I'm just going to think about that when I step on the floor. I'm going to prove everybody wrong. Kevin?
That's a great chip to keep on his shoulder. David, thanks. To the inside. Trying to find Smith. He's got it now. And then Smith with the dunk.
And guys, we're going to see a lot of that from this young man. Smith right now beasting.
Timeout called the 76ers. The 76ers leading by 5. Now here's Milton.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for him.
Pass to Harris. And since Tobias Harris got his big contract with the Sixers, Greg, some say they chose him over Jimmy Butler.
And while Tobias is nice, he's never been an all-star. And that's one of the few downsides to a big payday. Some might say he's overpaid. I'm sure he'll take the trade.
You don't see him have too many of those trips to the line.
And Jabari Smith, of course, with deep family ties, Greg, to the NBA.
His dad being the OG Jabari. All these guys are in that 6'10", 6'11" range, so great bloodlines. A darn good free throw shooter. Smith doesn't seem to have a weak spot coming into the league.
And he gets the bucket.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Down low. Puts it up. And it's finished off inside by Smith. And that's now 21 points for Smith. Harris's shot is off. Rockets trailed by 6 to the middle. And then Smith with the dunk.
Attacking relentlessly. Always fun to see a young player like Smith just go off.
Harris. It's rebounded by Houston.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
They get a hand on it.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation. That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Green, no luck. And it's Harden with the ball for the 76ers. 6-point lead. And the jam by Harden.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it. And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
And DeAnthony Melton picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Fourth team foul.
Green draws the double. Pass to Gobert. This one for three.
You know, it's awesome to see Harden giving his all on defense. That's been an area that he's needed to improve on. Really making an effort to stay with his guy.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a cruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. It's trailed by 10. Gobert, the screen. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And with that lightning first step of Jalen Green, very few defenders have a chance of keeping him in front.
And Greg, one thing about that blinding speed of Green, he's got to make his reads faster as well.
I think the game is slowing down for him, though, Kevin. And that and speeding up his shot release will make him even tougher to deal with. Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Tobias Harris.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Here's Embiid. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, you know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's his first foul. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. And some nice passing there by Houston. Martin driving the lane. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
When it's Green. Boy, the confidence of Harden. I love it. When it comes to dribbling the ball, he feels like he can go by anybody at any time.
Beyond the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. Harden's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first three of the half, there might be more in store.
Green takes great pride in his defense now. He loves the 9 shots at the rim and playing bigger than his 6'8" frame would lead you to believe.
Well, Greg, what can you say about Joel Embiid's growth from a leadership perspective? Pretty impressive, isn't it?
Tremendous, Kevin. Carrying the Sixers with everything they went through, even though he came in second in MVP voting 2 years in a row. No player more important to his team than Joel Embiid.
Drills it from outside. Harden's got 43 points.
Boy, he's filling it up right now, getting the shots he wants and delivering in a big way.
Pass to Embiid. Launches it. Can't hit that one. And it's Houston the other way. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
Well, that's an easy pass for John Wall to make. As soon as he spots his teammate wide open, he's dropping that dime on time and on target.
Richardson gets a wide open look. Trains the three-pointer. Richardson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
The three from Harden. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
The Rockets pull it in. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Wall attacking. Here's Smith. And then Smith with the dunk.
Boy, when you see the term offensive catalyst, John Wall is one of the first names that comes to my mind.
Harris, good.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And it's Wall with the ball for the Rockets. Trailing by 17. And Embiid with the block.
He is such a well-coordinated, fluid athlete for his side. Joel Embiid blocks a lot of shots and probably changes even more.
Stolen by Harden. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Harden's got 48. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the 76ers.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
Takes the 13-footer. Back to Richardson. Pass to Wall. To the inside. Here's Smith. Nails the baby hook. Smith's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
The kick out to Wall. Pass to Smith. Draymond Green with the rebound. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 14-6 run. And Harden with the stuff.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
Back to Smith. From the baseline. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Maxey. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
And, guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
Wall's shot is off.
Really hard to think of things they didn't do well in this one. Certainly a dominant night on offense for the Sixers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for James Harden.
Well, I like the ferocity on defense now. He was constantly putting himself in the path of steals and coming up with them, too.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Pass to Embiid. Second shot opportunity. Drops in the layup for 2.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
Harden, no good.
And he's been